I just want to ask if you guys had any budget for beta testing on your product.
Yeah, Jacob will answer that for you.
So yes, it's actually a great question. So we were planning on doing beta testing locally in North Vancouver. We were gonna hire a development team to make an app that we would use as our beta app, and then we were going to manufacture our product here in-house just to test it with some mountain bikers, skiers, like seasonally, and then we're hoping that we can take that product to our production warehouse in Shenzhen, China, and then we can build our product there with the beta product that we already tested here.
The floor is open to the rest of the judges.
In order to get the market the price of $21 for manufacturing, how many units have to be in the batch?
Thank you. So that was the scaled price to 200,000 units in the first year. However, that would be the price towards that number. That the production is 4 million in that 200,000. But that if we don't sell that many, we could lower the price. So it kind of depends on our first 2 quarters. Thank you.
Can you clarify what percentage you would like to sell online versus, what percentage you'd want to sell through other platforms versus direct to your own? And if you have thought about your own, have you thought about shipping and handling?
Yes, I'll answer the first question, part of that question. So absolutely, we would love to have most of our customers purchase through our website, because then we can avoid the fee that we pay to retailers. However, it is known that retailers usually get more customers than online revenue, so it would obviously depend on how many online customers we would get. But our goal is through online.
To follow up on that answer, there is going to be shipping and transport fees that would be paid, and that's going to be in addition to the price of the product, and that would be paid by the end user.
Chris, you want to?
Just going back to the market opportunity, have you done any analysis on, especially with the advancements of Bluetooth headsets and wireless features built into those headsets that offer almost the same controls, that being a kind of an encroachment on what kind of market opportunity you're going after? That's the first question I had. And then the second was around voice. Well, there's also these advancements that have happened in voice recognition that also interrupts your market opportunity. And the third question was around IP. Have you done any work on the IP area?
Yeah, so to answer your first question, basically the market that we are targeting is active individuals that are in high school. So we really understand this market because we're all very physically active ourselves. We know the market very well. And our whole angle is trying to, as much as phones, as much as we love our phones, we want to not be distracted while we're working out, while we're being physically active. Our angle is more towards trying to create a product that is in between being able to work out and not being distracted and having to have an intense workout, but without having the distractions that your phone brings you.
Could you just repeat the second part of your question again?
So along the same area in terms of just, you have certain advancements that are on the phones and the headsets now with Do Not Disturb, as well as the features that are built into your Bluetooth headset that allow you to get to the same place.
Yeah, so that's kind of where our voice activation comes in. The goal with our voice activation system was to provide for an easy accessible product, one that doesn't take much work. So with commands such as switching playlists to switching songs, we want to make an easy and simple product.
Can I ask any judge who's asked a question and doesn't have another question, just turn their light off so that I can... You have another one? But that one first. Okay.
Sure, great. Outstanding presentation, so polished, guys, and beautifully coordinated, very well done. Very curious about your online marketing strategy, and I have to admit, as one of the older people in the audience compared to you, of course, I was taken aback that your strategy was Twitter and Facebook. My understanding of the data is you guys aren't interested in that anymore, so can you tell me a little bit more about that? I'm curious.
So we're actually planning on going on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook because there's so many adult running groups and hiking groups on there, so that'd be a very easy platform to get to our adults. And Instagram because young teens use that and adults not so much, so we want to use both to reach both markets.
Rochelle, did you have a question? No? Chris? Okay.
Great work. Just a question, have you contemplated, A, that you're probably breaking a bunch of licensing agreements with the services, and B, what the cost of that is? Like Spotify, Apple Music, they don't really like to play with each other so much, and there's a cost to utilizing their services, if they even allow it. Have you looked into that at all?
We were planning on looking into connecting with Spotify and Apple Music with respect to our app a little bit more in the future. In terms of cost for our app, we're looking at around $200,000 to create a well thought out and detailed app to start off.
One more thing to add, Apple Music and Spotify both have public APIs that we could use in development with our app. So there is accessible services that they use. Now, we do have to look more into playing together with both of them. I know there are services like Sonos home speakers that do have access to both of those. We just need to work around that and have both services running on our app properly.
Yeah, like I said, there's a cost associated with it, and with public APIs, that is correct. But you have to be streaming it from your phone if that was the case, which defeats what you're trying to do.
Right.
Trish, did you have one?
Yes. Actually, I had two questions. Great presentation, by the way. So the first question is, you included $2 of marketing in your production costs. What was the reason for that?
Thank you. That's actually a great question. So the $2 was because if we spend $2,000 to $5,000 a month on marketing costs throughout different social media services, we would break that down into our product, and per unit, $2 of that $80 price for the product would be going into the marketing.
Yeah, it's not like common for you to put the marketing costs in your production costs, because you want to know how much it costing you per unit, period, without including the marketing, and then your marketing budget will be your marketing budget. So thank you for answering that. The second question was, I am a big fan of keeping the business local. Did you get any estimates at all as to how much it would cost you to produce this at home rather than in China?
Wyatt and I look into producing local. We're looking more into areas in Manitoba because it's much more centralized, so we could reach out to across Canada that way, because Manitoba is in like the center of Canada. So we were looking there. It would be much more. It would be probably like 40% more to purchase to manufacture our product in Canada. We are going to build the software side of it here and do beta testing here, but for the final product, the hardware would be built in overseas, just because the price margins are much lower than.
And a follow-up question to that is, not all products are created equal. There are many times that people get the product from overseas, and by the time it gets here, it's not really what you were expecting, and the durability is not the same. Did you look into that, and did you actually get a sample so you can see that it is what you would be looking for?
That's actually a great question. We didn't have time to get a sample per se, but we did look at manufacturing a beta product here and then doing the final version there. And the product would be produced and shipped in 3 to 4 weeks. So that would be, it wouldn't have much time to change much. And we would also, for the initial part of the manufacturing, when we meet the teams in overseas, we would have a look at the first couple batches of the product just to assure quality and how we'd like to see it. Thank you.
We have time for one more quick question. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, first things first, what would you do if Apple decided to bring back iPod Shuffle and it's waterproof? And second one, when you think about your competitors, where do you think you fit in? Like, who are your biggest competitors and where do you play, essentially? Thank you.
So we believe that our biggest competitors are both Fitbit and Spotify Mighty Vibe. So with Fitbit, it is essentially waterproof, but the problem with that is the music is downloaded through a computer through just a USB Type-C cord. With Spotify Mighty Vibe, we are very similar to it in the sense that it has Bluetooth feature just like our product does. However, our product, BluPlay, is multi-platform, so with both Apple Music and Spotify, whereas Spotify Mighty Vibe is just suited for Spotify.
Just to follow up on that question, thanks for asking. We believe what really separates us as a product is, so say if Apple brought back the iPod Shuffle, you'd have to expect if it had better features such as waterproof and voice activation like ours, it would be a more expensive product. We were looking at lower pricing to be one of our benefits, along with all these great features.
All right, and with that, thank you very much.
Thanks for listening.